I hope you're having an amazing day. So as you saw from the title of this video, today we're going to be going through some old forgotten favorites. I actually did a April favorites video back in 2017, and that was back then when my channel was called Sassy Stephanie, and it was actually my second video on my channel, and it's cringy, but I kind of think about deleting those old videos, but at the same time, that's like where I came from, and I just want to have them there to look back on and stuff. So I did want to go back and revisit them and try to see like if I remember liking the stuff, do I still like them, kind of give some mini reviews on some of the products to see if I still like them or not. And some of these items I actually still own, so if you're interested, just keep on watching. It's crazy because the video is actually only 9 minutes and 50 seconds long, but somehow I managed to fit in 18 products. I talked a whole lot, and it's funny because it's called a favorites video, but I mentioned things that I don't like in there, so I don't know. So let's just get into it. So the first thing that I mentioned in that video was the NYX Cosmetics Shine Killer Primer. And this one actually retails for either $10 or $14 depending on where you could find it. Back in the day, that one was my favorite one. That's back then when Hush was around, which was an app where you could purchase makeup. It was just really cool. It was kind of like Instagram, but you could buy makeup on there. I actually haven't purchased this primer in such a long time, just because on Hush you could get it for $8, whereas like in the store, CVS or Target and stuff, it does retail for a higher price, which is $14. It's like double. So on Hush you could get it for $8, and Hush was really fast about sending things, so I used to purchase it on there. And what's crazy is when I was watching the video, I was like, oh yeah, like I completely forgot about that primer. I haven't purchased it since then, I guess, or maybe 2018. Like I completely forgot about it. Yeah, it wasn't like mind-blowing, so I don't know, but I might purchase it in the future. I am in need of a new primer. So the next thing was the Too Faced Shadow Insurance Primer, and this one does retail for $20. And I actually have that product right here, and because it came in one of the little kits, the Too Faced Gingerbread House Party, I believe it's called, kit. And yeah, so now I have it again. The only difference is now I use it as an eyeshadow primer. Back in the day, I used to use it only on my nose area because the foundation I was using, which I'm gonna mention, would rub off on my nose. So I think I had heard someone say that if you put primer in your nose, it will, like eyeshadow primer, that it'll keep it from coming off or rubbing off. And I have to say, I don't think it helped that much. I don't have that problem anymore. Like I can keep my foundation on my nose now. I think back in the days when I was working outside, I mentioned this before, I was a yard staff, and I used to rub my nose, so I'll like go like this, and it's like a little habit that I have. I even still do it now, but I mean, it's not coming off. So I only use it as an eyeshadow primer, and I have to say it's okay. Like, it's not the most amazing eyeshadow primer out there. When I do go through this one and my other primer, I am just gonna use concealer. I feel like it's the same thing, and it has more pigment. But yeah, it's okay. I wouldn't purchase it on my own though. The third product in this video was a Tarte Amazonian Clay Foundation, which I actually don't own anymore, and that one does retail for $39. First of all, the shade was completely off. I used to use Deep Honey, and it's crazy because I had gone into the Sephora or Ulta, wherever I bought it, and I got color matched, and they told me that that one was my shade. But I did used to work outside, so I was a little deeper, from the sun. But I don't think I was that like, it's the Deep Honey. But I didn't question it. I just wore it, and sometimes the kids would say like, you look orange, and I never really noticed. But yeah, it was an orange foundation on me, and I used it up and I just tossed it, and then haven't purchased it since. I feel like that foundation is very similar to the one that I'm wearing today. I'm trying to use up my Rimmel Stay Matte foundation, and it's like that mousse like formula, and I feel like it's just too heavy. Right now I had to powder some more because I was getting a little oily, but I don't know, it's just too heavy for me. And after this one is gone, I'm not gonna purchase either the Rimmel one or the Tarte one. I haven't purchased a Tarte one since I finished that one up, and that was back then in 2017. If you are looking for a full coverage foundation, that one definitely is full coverage, but it's just a little heavy on my skin. Yeah. So number 4. Okay, so in this section, I have mentioned 2 sponges. The first one was the Black Beauty Blender, which retails for $20. And I also mentioned an orange sponge from the Q Bargain, which only retailed for $165. I don't have that one anymore because it ripped, I believe. For the Black Beauty Blender, I don't purchase beauty blenders anymore. I do use a sponge to apply my foundation still, but I do use a Sonia Kashuk sponge. I really like it, and it's a little bigger than the beauty blender, and it just, you know, it takes less time. Yeah, but for the orange one, you know, it ripped. I only use it for setting my setting spray. It was really hard. Once you wet it, it wasn't, you know, yeah, so I don't own either of those sponges anymore. Number 5, the e.l.f. concealer in light. And this one retails for $3. At the time that I was filming this video, I used to use that concealer. It barely had any pigment. If you've seen those new, I mean, it's not the new concealers that e.l.f. has out. It's like the old, like, it came in 3 shades, super sheer, light coverage, didn't cover anything. I used to use that as an eyeshadow primer just to use it up, and finally is out of my collection. Yeah, the color range is just terrible. It literally only contains like 3 shades. Yeah, I really want to try the new e.l.f. concealers that they came out with. Not the hydrating one, but the other one that's like a dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape. I really want to, you know, look at that one, except that, you know, the color range not that amazing. But yeah, but the old school e.l.f. concealer sucked, and just wanted to use it up, would never really repurchase. It's just not worth the $3. The next thing in here, number 6, is Rimmel Stay Matte Pressed Powder. And the one that I use is in transparent. I did receive this one in a giveaway, and this one's in the shade Deep Beige. And obviously I don't use it on my, you know, all over my face, but I do use it sometimes as like a bronzer situation, just because it's super dark. You know, so if I use it all over, yeah. So I'm just using this as a reference. This is how it looks, and I use the one in transparent. These do retail for $3.97, and I actually just panned the transparent one, and I did show it to you guys in an empties video. If you missed that, I'll have it linked down below if you want to watch. It's definitely super easy to apply. You know, I have like those big fluffy brushes for all over the face, so I would just dip it in and really fast just swirl it around, put it all over the face, and it was really quick and easy. The only thing that I didn't like, it wasn't like full, you know, I feel like I had to keep packing it on, and it just wouldn't really mattify for a long period of time unless I like packed on a lot. So I don't know, I'm gonna try to use these up. I do have 2 of them. I have a bronzer from Rimmel, and then I have this powder. I'm still debating if I want to repurchase the transparent one. I don't know, we'll see. I kind of want to use up my loose powders for now, but it's okay. Like I wouldn't say it's the most amazing powder in the world, but it is super cheap. And yeah, these, I mean, I've purchased a transparent one at least like 5 times in my, you know, makeup journey. The next one is a Profusion Studio Contour Palette, which retailed for $4.99, and I actually have a similar one to that one. I'm gonna show you guys pictures of the items that I'm talking about. But this is like the one that I have now, and it's a Profusion Pro Contour, and it was a little, you know, it's similar to the one that I used to have, except, you know, the packaging is different, and I feel like the shades and the formula was really different. I feel like these are super blendable, and they're just really nice. I really enjoy this palette. But as for the one that I used to have, I didn't really like it. It's like the ones that you swatch, and then it's kind of like the crumbly formula. So I'm glad that that's out of my collection. I honestly don't even remember what happened to it. I think I gave it to my sister, but I don't know. I completely forgot about that as well. When I saw the video, I was like, oh yeah, just the colors, the shades were a little crumbly, a little chalky, and would never repurchase. I did get that one from like Marshall's or something. This one, I purchased it at my local Five Below. So if you are looking for a contour palette that's gonna last forever, definitely need to check that out. It's really blendable and really nice. And yeah, so let's move on to number 8. Number 8, Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso. This does retail for $7.49. Honestly, like the reason that I purchased it was because, you know, it was all the rage on YouTube and everybody was talking about it, and it's so amazing, and look at it, it's so It's so beautiful. I purchased it and then I realized I'm not into luminous blushes, right? So this was like 2017, 2018. At this time, what did I say? I said, I don't see a major difference when applied, just luminosity. Yeah, I felt like it was definitely more highlighty than blushy. Like I felt like it added luminosity and it just looked really nice and radiant. But that's just not what I was looking for at the moment. As of now, like I'm really getting into more luminous blushes, but I like the ones that have more color than luminosity, like more color because it's a blush than, you know, like the highlighting aspect. So I did give that one away to my sister. I don't have it anymore. I wouldn't really repurchase. I think about it sometimes because people are always, you know, talking about it still. It's such a cult favorite and it's honestly really beautiful. Like swatching it and stuff, it's just not my favorite. And if you watch my makeup inventory, you know that I have a lot of blushes that, you know, blushes don't really move from collections. And I actually want to upload a blush collection soon. So we'll see. Yeah, I want to get that one out because I do have, like, you know, eyeshadow collection. I have my highlighting collection, my highlighters collection. I really want to do my blush collection. Let me know if you're interested in that. It's going to be going up sometime in February, I believe. Number 9, the NYX Cosmetics Micro Brow Pencil, and this one retails for $9.99. And in the video, I did say it was too expensive for such little product. Versus the LA Colors pencil, which is only $2.99, which is the Browy Wowie, which is really true because the Browy Wowie is cheaper and you get more product. I think we'll see. I'll put it in the screen if that's true. Yeah, the Browy Wowie is really good. I really enjoy that pencil, but I was contemplating purchasing them. This one again, repurchasing the NYX Micro Brow just because it's really good with, you know, adding details to your brows. Yeah, I just haven't purchased it. I can't get myself to purchase a $10 micro brow that has a little bit of product. I don't know why. It's just hard. Next thing is a Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. This does retail for $23. I do have a mini right here. It's unopened. I do really love the wand for this mascara. It is like an hourglass wand. I believe I have a picture. I'll show it to you guys. I actually haven't purchased it in such a long time, and this one did come in the kit along with the eyeshadow primer. So I'm happy that it's back in my collection. It's just not something that I would go out and repurchase. I feel like the formula is too wet for me. It just makes a mess whenever I'm trying to apply. Yeah, but it does add a whole of a lot of volume and length. I really like the formula. It's just the wetness. It's just annoying because then, you know, you have to wait for it to dry. And it was like an everyday thing for me. And as well as some flaking by the end of the day. I do remember that. And it is really expensive compared to the L'Oreal Lash Paradise, which is the same concept and for a cheaper price. So I just rather repurchase my L'Oreal than buy, you know, a high-end mascara just because they last the same amount of time, but you're paying more for the high-end one, you know. It doesn't make sense. Number 11 is a Too Faced sketch marker in black, and this does retail for $20. Like, I would do a wing. It wasn't as big as I do it now. They're now a little bold. But I used to do a wing. You know, I've always loved wings ever since I learned how to do it. By the end of the day, literally, like, my wing would be gone. Or, like, a little piece would, like, it would look so bad. And it's just, you know, it's not like you need a waterproof eyeliner because I don't have, none of my eyeliners are waterproof, I believe. Maybe one, I don't know. Who knows? It's just not something that I look into. But I've never had that problem except for when I use this eyeliner. And like I said, it retails for what, $20? Yeah, so that's just too much for an eyeliner. I just would never repurchase, and the ink would run out really fast. And yeah, and it was runny. I'm looking at my notes because that's just a liner that I'm never gonna repurchase. No, don't recommend. The next thing in here is actually something that I still have, and it's the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Duo. And this one's in Champagne Split, and it's this one right here. And this does retail for $38. I don't know if they still have these actually. This is it right here. As you can see, it comes with a blush, and the blush is called Hyacinth Hyacinth, and then this is Champagne Pop. As you can see, it's so beautiful. And at the time that I wanted to purchase this, I was at Sephora. I remember it clearly, and I wanted Champagne Pop so bad, and they only had these split pans, but they didn't have the blush that goes with my skin tone. They only had this bright pink, and you know, I just don't use it. I don't reach for it. I do have a highlighter collection video where I do mention this one, and it's just one that I kind of forget about, and I never use this blush. Like I just never use it. It's just too deep for me. I'm glad that I have it and that I got to experience the hype, and it's okay. I wouldn't say it's worth the hype now just because there's so many amazing highlighters that are out already, but I'm glad that I got to try it. Yeah. Number 13, Estee Lauder Automatic Eye Pencil Duo in Walnut Brown, and this pencil retails for $25.99. And I said, you know, it was really amazing. This was a gift from my grandma. She gave me a lot of stuff. Like the cosmetics brushes that I have are from that. Like she doesn't really use makeup, so she did give me this. It was really amazing. It had like a pencil on one side and then a little spongy thing on the other to smudge. And yeah, but I wouldn't go purchase it. $25.99 is just too much. Yeah, but it was okay. I really enjoyed using that one. Number 14, LA Colors Automatic Eyeliners, and these do retail for $1. I do have 2 of them here. I've talked about these a lot on my channel. They're so inexpensive and so amazing, and these are both actually backups. One of them is in navy, which is this one here, and then this one is in black brown. These are retractable eyeliners, and they're just so easy to throw on and go. Really amazing. And from what I've seen, I've only seen brown, black, and blue and black, which I have over there. They're so good. I definitely recommend you try them out. I do purchase mine at my local Dollar Tree, and it's also available on the Shop Miss A website from what I saw the other day. Next thing is something that is still here, but I actually decluttered from my collection in a recent decluttering of my palettes, which I'll have down below if you haven't watched it. This is the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. This one does retail for $49. The reason it's still here is because I don't know what to do with some of the palettes. Like, I did give away some palettes to my sister, but I have the other ones that I decluttered. I just don't know what to do with them. I'm still thinking about it. I'm figuring it out. But this one did come broken. It was a Christmas gift. I haven't been into these shades for a while. I just had too many palettes. Right now I have 60 palettes, which is way too many. So imagine I would have kept all the ones that I got rid of. Yeah. And I've had it for quite a long time. I did mention in that video, I said that I really liked it, that I like using some of the shades, you know, because that's when I was working outside. So I would just throw on whatever. I wouldn't do colorful looks as often. Next thing is a Maybelline matte lipstick in Nude Nuance, and this one does retail for $5.59. These actually love the formula. It's a matte formula lipstick, bullet lipstick. I talked about this in a recent empties video. I did have 2 of them. It was Nude Nuance and Brown Blush. Those are so beautiful, but I don't think I would repurchase just because I don't want bullet lipsticks in my collection as of now. Who knows in the future if that's gonna change, but I'm trying to get rid of my bullet lipsticks. It was an amazing formula, so comfortable, and I really enjoyed it. But yeah, I used both of them up. I had 2 of them. I only mentioned the Nude Nuance because it did go with the eyeshadows from the Too Faced palette because they were so nude. But yeah, it was really nice. But if I didn't have any more lipsticks, let's say I use them up fast, then I might purchase that one again because it was really good. Number 17, the Wet n Wild Liquid Katsu in Berry Recognize. These do retail for $4.99. This is actually something that I thought I had in my collection. That's never happened to me where I don't know what's in my collection because my collection is not as big as most people's, you know. I do have my makeup inventory on my channel. I have a link down below if you want to watch it. So if you've seen that video, you know my collection is not super big because I am trying to limit a lot of things and trying to get rid of a lot, and you know, doing project plans and that. So when it comes to liquid lipsticks, I did mention I have a lot of liquid lipsticks. it's just when I saw this in the video, it's just I thought I had it. Like I just really love this shade. It's just like a beautiful purple shade, but apparently I used it up. I don't even remember. It's just really beautiful, and I did have the chance to repurchase the other day, and I thought I had it. I'm like, you know what, I still have it, because Walmart and Target, they are having a lot of clearance sales on their makeup, so go ahead and check that out. I should have picked it up, but you know what, I have too many liquid lipsticks. And the last one on the list is the City Color Oil Control Setting Spray, which retailed for $8.27. This is actually not one of my favorites from what I said in the video, and from memory, I remember not liking it. I felt like it would break up my foundation, and yeah, it just didn't look good. It was super cheap. Now that I remember, I know I didn't pay $8 for this setting spray. I hope I didn't, because that was not worth $8. The most I probably paid was like $2 or $3, who knows. But online it said it retailed for $8. Would not recommend. Why is it in this video? I think this is when I caught on. I was like, wait a minute, this is not a favorite, but you put it in a favorites video. So that doesn't make sense. Yeah, would never repurchase that one. No. Yeah, that's all. That was a lot of stuff. Let's see if this video is longer than that one. So I hope you enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed filming this for you today. And I hope this like reminded you, maybe you used to like some of these items. Let me know if you tried any of them. Let me know if you still use them. A lot of this stuff I actually forgot about, which is so fun to go back and see like some of our old favorites and stuff. I do want to do more favorite videos, just to do this again in the future. And don't forget that I upload every Tuesday, every Thursday, and every other Sunday. I'll have my Insta handle displayed on the screen. If you have an Instagram, I post a lot of finds from drugstore to high-end, a lot of makeup finds. So if that interests you, go ahead and follow me there. I'll also have my Facebook page on the screen. I do want to start promoting it, just because something special is coming soon, hopefully in the near future, and it would be so amazing if you could like and subscribe. Of course, you don't have to. You are your own person and you make your own decisions, but it wouldn't hurt to give this video a like, and I'll see you in the next one. Also, I forgot to mention all those items that I talked about today, all the names of the prices. Some links to last week's videos will be down below if you're interested. Yeah, and any videos that I mentioned will be down there. So yeah, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.